In the studio now, we've got one of my favourite people in the music industry. She does a plethora of different things and has a finger in all pies. It's Tali. How are you?
Kia ora, I'm very good, Jesse. How are you?
I'm very good. And you're here for a reason. It's because your self-produced album, Wolves, is out tomorrow. You need to tell us about producing this all by yourself.
Well, it was a process really. It wasn't something that I kind of intended to set out to make. An album was kind of very far from my mind when I first initially sat down in front of the computer. But basically I just was kind of really bored of waiting for producers to come up with the goods. I mean, I've been given some amazing tunes in the past, been very grateful and blessed in that respect. But I just wanted to make something that was 100% me, you know, like that I felt was the essence of me and all the things that I'm influenced by, which are jazz, show tunes, hip hop, cinematic film scores. You know, I love loads of different genres of music, and I can perform over different genres of music. So I really wanted that to be reflected in the album.
So you're keeping very true to your electronic roots, though, but there's a bit of like a gangster jazz feel to it.
You know it, gangster jazz. That's my personalised genre. And what I mean by gangster jazz is that just I really love like 90s hip hop, but I'm also really influenced by the dreamy layering of contemporary music, like Little Dragon and Bonobo, Taku, things like that. So I just wanted to create an album that stirred emotion and mood in people. So it's a lot of storytelling and more sort of third person rather than personally just about me.
You're taking this bad boy on the road, eh?
I am. So tomorrow night, Friday night, I'm playing in Auckland at 1885, and I've got an all-female lineup, which I'm pretty stoked about because there's never enough women on electronic lineups these days. So I'm like, see how you boys like it.
Well, give us the names. Who are these women?
We've got Maya Vanya, Aroha, DJ Ari, who's a new girl up and coming. She's really awesome, does a lot of stuff with Sweet Mix Kids. Marina Katarina and Marjorie Sinclair.
Who is a female artist out there? It doesn't have to be in New Zealand, it can be anywhere in the world. Who's someone you really, really respect?
I respect Kimbra because I've met her a couple of times now, and she's just so honest and down to earth and incredibly talented. I obviously respect someone like the Queen Bee, Beyonce, because I've grown up listening to her music since Destiny's Child, and you know I really love her. But I mean, there's heaps of people, bro. Loads of female rappers that I grew up listening to: Missy Elliott. Dimples D, MC Light, Nina Cherry is another person I love.
I love hearing you talk. It's like you need to do a TED talk or something like that. You're so like motivating. You just whip out all of this knowledge.
Funny you say that because I'm actually tutoring at a workshop, a Yami workshop. It's called Yami, Youth in Music, in Wanaka in May. And that workshop is actually, it's young musicians coming in and they're learning a lot of the ethos behind music and technology and how to build their brand. And we've got tutors such as myself, Reno from Shapeshifter, Moo from Fat Fetish Drop, Dave Dobbin, Anika Moore. So yeah.
Now I've got to quickly ask you some really random and strange questions. Actually, they're not that strange. They are random though. Starting off with, what band or artist made you want to make a career in music?
One of the first bands was Public Enemy.
Okay.
I like, dude. What? 90s hip hop, Flavor Flav.
Oh yeah, with the big clock.
Yeah, okay, so Public Enemy, that was just one of the first rap groups that I listened to, and what I really loved about them was that they used their platform to talk about issues surrounding race and politics and the ghettoization of their culture, and I was like, I want to be a rapper because I want to use my platform for good and say things I believe in.
Ghettoization, that is a new word for me today. Lastly, most memorable moment ever throughout your career? It could be overseas, it could be in New Zealand.
There is genuinely far too many to name, and I've been very, very blessed with an awesome career with incredible opportunities and amazing moments. I couldn't possibly name one as my all-time favourite, but I definitely think one of my favourite memories of being on tour is being on the tour bus, and at the back of the tour bus you have a lounge, and we were all sitting around the table, and one of the games we used to play was Operation while we were on tour. So cruising around really hairy roads over the mountains of Italy, drinking brandy and trying to play Operation with about 15 other people. Hilarious.
That sounds way better than any of my roadies in New Zealand. Thank you so much for coming in today on Straight from the Hungry Pit, and Wolves Wolves. It drops tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
It is. And I've got a brand new video out, which you guys are going to play.
Yeah, we're going to roll into that right now. Thank you for prompting that into my head. Thank you so much for coming in. This is Wolves.